A father's greatest legacy isn't measured by the things he leaves behind, but by the love, the values, and the lives he leaves within the hearts of those he loved. Papi, there are no words that could ever truly describe how much I miss you. Losing you has left a space in my heart that will never be filled. Every day I find myself wishing I could call you one more time. Hear your voice, hear your laugh, or simply tell you how much I love you. If I had known that our last conversation would be our last, I would have stopped everything just to spend one more day with you. I would have hugged you tighter. I would have sat beside you a little longer. I would have thanked you for every sacrifice you made for our family. Most of all, I would have made sure you knew how grateful I am that God chose you to be my father. You were never just my dad. You were my teacher, my protector, my role model, my mentor, my best friend, my hero. When people think about you, they'll remember a talented mechanic, a hardworking man, a husband, a father, a grandfather. But when I think about you, I think about the man who taught me how to live. I remember the smell of motor oil on your hands after a long day of work. I remember hearing your tools in the garage. I remember watching you fix cars that everyone else had given up on. As a little boy, I thought there wasn't anything my dad couldn't fix. As I grew older, I realized you weren't just fixing cars. You were building a future for your family. Every hour you worked, every late night, every sore muscle, every sacrifice was another way of saying, I love my family. You taught me that a man's worth isn't measured by the money in his pocket or the things he owns. It's measured by his honesty, his integrity, his character, his work ethic, and the love he gives to his family. Papi, one of the greatest gifts you ever gave me wasn't something you bought. It wasn't something you built. It was the example you and Mom gave me every single day. Growing up, I thought every husband loved his wife the way you loved Mom. As I became older, I realized how rare that kind of love truly is. You loved Mom with all your heart, not just when life was easy, but when life became difficult. You respected her, protected her, laughed with her, cried with her, built dreams with her, built a family with her. You never stopped choosing her. Even after all those years together, I could still see the love in your eyes every time you looked at her. Watching the two of you taught me what true love really looks like. Thank you for loving Mom the way you did. Your marriage became the foundation of our family. There is something else that made you such an incredible father. In our home, there was never any such thing as a half-brother, a half-sister, a stepson, or a stepdaughter. Those words simply didn't exist. To you, family wasn't defined by blood. Family was defined by love. Every child in our home belonged. Every child was loved. Every child mattered. You never treated anyone differently. You made every one of us feel like we were your children. Because of you, our home wasn't divided by labels. We were simply brothers, simply sisters, simply family. The memories I treasure the most aren't the big ones. They're the little moments that seemed so ordinary at the time. I still remember going to Burger King with you, stopping at KFC, sharing meals that to anyone else were just fast food. But to me, those meals were priceless. I still remember when you introduced me to fried chicken and grape soda. Who would have thought something so simple would become one of the memories I cherish the most? Even today, whenever I taste fried chicken or open a bottle of grape soda, I think of you. For a moment, I can hear your laugh. I can see your smile. I also smile every time I think about how much you loved shrimp fried rice and pepper steak from China House after you came from Puerto Rico. Those dinners became part of our family story. We'd sit together around the table, talk about our day, laugh together, share stories. Today, they're some of the most precious memories I have. You taught me that life's greatest blessings aren't found in expensive vacations or fancy possessions. They're found in the people we love, in sharing meals, in making time for one another, in creating memories that one day become priceless. If I could have just one more day with you, I'd simply ask to sit beside you one more time. Papi, one of the greatest gifts you ever gave me wasn't something I could hold in my hands. It was something far more valuable. You believed in me. Even during the moments when I didn't believe in myself, you never stopped believing in me. As I got older, life took me far away from home. I moved from Massachusetts and traveled across the country searching for a better life for my family. Every move meant starting over. A new city, a new job, a new beginning. Sometimes it was exciting. Sometimes it was frightening. But every time I called you, you reminded me of something I will never forget. You told me the greatest gift you could ever give me wasn't money. It was teaching me how to survive anywhere life took me. You prepared me for life long before I ever realized you were doing it. You were building a toolbox inside me. There is one conversation I'll never forget. The day I dropped out of school. You looked at me with disappointment, not because you were angry, but because you wanted more for me. You simply said, "One day, not finishing school is going to haunt you for the rest of your life." Eventually, I listened. Not because someone else told me to, because you did. Years later, I made one of the hardest decisions of my life. I walked away from financial security. I enrolled in respiratory therapy school. Almost everyone questioned me. Some people thought I had lost my mind. But there was one person who never questioned me. You. I told you what I wanted to do, and you simply said 2 words: do it. Those 2 words gave me more confidence than anyone will ever understand. Because of you, I found the courage to begin again. Today, every time I walk into a hospital, every time I help someone breathe, I carry a piece of you with me. The compassion I give my patients, that is your legacy. Because before anyone else believed I could become a respiratory therapist, you believed in me. Poppy, can you believe it? Your son actually made it. I wish I could show you the life you helped me build. I wanted to drive you along the Pacific Coast Highway. I wanted to watch the sunset with you over the Pacific Ocean. I wanted to take you to the beaches, to the mountains, to show you the hospitals where I learned to care for patients. I wanted to tell you, face to face, you were right. I imagined walking off that stage at graduation, finding you, giving you a hug, and handing you my diploma. Because the truth is, that diploma belongs to you as much as it belongs to me. Although your seat will be empty, your presence will be everywhere. You'll be walking across that stage with me, not beside me, but within me. Poppy, throughout my journey in healthcare, I've been blessed to help save many lives. But there is one truth that hurts more than words can describe. Of all the people I wanted to save, the one I wanted to save the most was you. That is a pain I will carry for the rest of my life. Losing you reminded me that we cannot stop time, but we can make a difference while people are here. That's exactly what you did. People often ask what kind of man I want to become. The answer has never changed. I want to become the man you were. A man who worked hard, a man who loved his wife, a man whose word meant something. Every time I hug my children, I think of you. Every time I encourage them to chase their dreams, I hear your voice. They will know you through me. Thank you for building a home where there was only family, only love. I promise to carry your name with honor. I promise to make you proud. I miss you more than words will ever be able to express. I love you more than you'll ever know. Rest peacefully, Poppy. I'll take it from here. Everything I am began with you. Forever loved, forever missed, forever my dad.